A lot of good looks underneath, just haven't been able to finish. Butler up ahead. Brown, left block layup, good in transition.
And what else would you imagine? Franklin Simpson running out in transition, getting easy layups.
Feels like it's been a quiet quarter, and yet they've scored 19 points with half of it under a running clock. Lawson wraps around to the top of the key, thought about a triple, instead hits a cutting Kennedy. Lawson wide open on the right block, just lulled the defense to sleep and hit her cutting down that right side of the key. They've scored 11 in the quarter. It's 57-21. 20 seconds left to work with before the fourth quarter. Smith, top of the key, tees off for three, missed it short. It was right on target, and it's rebounded by Warren East. I think the bench would have exploded. Cawthorn was already up on her feet, ready to go crazy for that one. 9 seconds left. Madison Lawson has it knocked away by Brown, but they'll call a reach. And the clock, despite the foul, will just keep running, and that brings the quarter to a close. Leads it as we enter the fourth quarter from Allen County, Scottsville. You're listening to Lady Cat Basketball, 92.3 WFKN.
Join us for a magical day at the FSHS Princess Tea on February 15th. Meet your favorite princesses and beloved Disney characters in person. Each ticket comes with a special princess swag bag filled with enchanting surprises. And that's not all. Your ticket includes one free ticket to the FSHS production of The Little Mermaid, an unforgettable experience. Click the QR code now to purchase your tickets today and make memories that will last a lifetime. See you at the Princess Tea.
But that's 20 and 10 for her, at the least.
Back with you here at Allen County, Scottsville, where Franklin Simpson leads at 57-21 over Warren East in the class, or the Section 2 championship of the 2A state tournament. That third quarter brought to you again by Clark CPA and Advisory Group at 927 Brookhaven Road in Franklin. As a former athlete at FSHS, Tanner Clark knows a thing or two about basketball and a thing or two about money. Tax questions or issues that you need consultation for, need bookkeeping or payroll done, Tanner and his team do it all. Call them at 270-586-9899. Ray, Brown, Savage, Cawthorn, and Mackenzie Taylor in for the first time for Franklin Simpson. Lawson bullets it down low. It was collected at first by Wardlow, who lost it, and it's saved into Franklin Simpson, who now run in transition. Cawthorn, right side, crossover dribble, gets to the elbow, tries to drop it off for Ray, who lost it, goes on the floor to get it, and now kicks it up to Savage. Free throw line, great pass to Brown, was juggling the ball, able to collect it, and as soon as she had control, fired it down to Lanaya. She's got 7, and it's 59-21.
Even when things break down, magic still happens for Franklin Simpson.
Lawson holds it up top, now sends it over to her sister Kennedy. Thought about a three over Ray, instead drives right side, kicks it out. Right corner three on the way, misses off the front side to the far block by Lindsay. Rebounded by Franklin Simpson, and a foul called underneath on Neville. Clock continues to run, under 7 minutes left in the ball game as Autumn Brooks checks in for Warren East. Just her 6th appearance of the year. Ray gives it to Cawthorn. She's across half court to break the press. Tries to go into the corner to Savage. Collected on the baseline. Now stuck with it there. Goes to Brown on the block. Her shot blocked by Wardlow, but Cawthorn gets it back. Misses the first try. Second try in and one.
2 offensive rebounds right there for Larisha. I mean, she knows how to hunt those offensive rebounds.
She's got 23 points with a free throw on the way. We were talking during the break with our unofficial rebound total, whether or not we thought she had a double-double. I think that probably locks it in. So you can make it 5 straight double-doubles for Cawthorn.
And a 20-10 game at that, at least.
Free throw on the way, good. She's hit her averages as well. 23 and 11 per game on the season. 23 points, 11 rebounds. And it's 62-21. Wardlow has it up top, guarded by Cawthorn. Now it goes over on the right wing to Cam Deal in the ball game for Warren East, the junior making her 5th appearance. Fires it down low to a cutting Brooks. Trying to go across the paint. It was a good find. Collected down there, and flipping it up was Neville after she initially lost it. Just threw it up with the left hand and got it to go off the glass.
Yeah, she really just flipped that up, and I've been very fortunate to go up there. And again, just not getting too many quality shots.
Cawthorn drives, kicks to Taylor, doesn't take the triple, instead goes back out to Vanessa Ray. Ray slashes, kicks, Taylor down low. Cawthorn turns, fires, 6-foot fadeaway is pure. And Franklin Simpson takes a substitution timeout. Spencer will come in as well as Butler, Downey, and with a jumping high five, Larisha comes out with Jermaine Savage. Into the ballgame for the first time for Franklin Simpson as well is Abby Riley.
Yeah, on that turnaround jumper right there, or at the block, she's very patient when she gets up in the air and really collects herself to make it easy looks for her.
26 points for Larisha. She, with this ball game, over 1,750 for her career. As we get a reach-in foul called on Talia Spencer defensively. Deep on the ring.
Good job, Talia. Don't do that.
As you heard Coach Savage say, good job, Talia. Don't do that. So her positioning was good. The foul was bad, but then she deflects the pass on the inbound. Warren East, though, gets it underneath, and scoring is Brooks.
And you know these coaches of Franklin Simpson, it doesn't matter what the score is, they're going to coach to the utmost as if the game was tied.
Bump on the far side called on Autumn Brooks. We tick under 5 minutes left in the ball game. 64-25 is the Franklin Simpson lead. Clock just continues to tick away. Riley brings it across for Franklin Simpson, the freshman making her 9th appearance of the year, but then throws it away. Picked off by Wardlow. Right block in transition, scores. She's got the tools to be a really good player.
She does. And if you're Franklin Simpson, you just want to work on your sets and really get quality looks.
Riley gets to the left block, spins through to the right, and gets fouled trying a layup. She'll get a couple of free throws, couldn't get it to go, but a great spin move to force the contact and get to the line.
And she has a package to be a really good quality guard.
She's going to be a good player.
For sure.
Bends and fires up the first free throw. That one misses short. Jordan Brooks checks in for the first time for Warren East, as Tristan Lindsay comes out. 4:21 right now, frozen on the clock because of the free throws. And the second falls for Riley. Career high is 2. She scored 5 points this season. We'll see if she can get a bucket to break that high. A lot more opportunities going to arise in the second half of the season for this Franklin Simpson bench. We're going to see this a lot in region play. This is the class of the region. Neville left side, deep three on the way, missed off to the right side and out of bounds to Franklin Simpson.
Yeah, and as you're talking about that, I mean, these kind of moments in these games is what prepares these players that maybe don't get their number called often, but when they do, they can be ready for the moment when it arises.
It prepares a Majayla Butler to play most of the game against Meade County when you need her on defense. Downey has it on the far side, knocked away, gets it back, goes to Spencer on the elbow, rips it away from the defender, and banks it in from 6 feet out.
I mean, she is just too strong to be trying to go for a steal like that. And she has proven that she can make it down low.
67-27 bump called down low against Franklin Simpson. That's on Spencer. She's now scored 8 points this season. Has appeared in every game at various points. Just a solid player. Knows what her job is to do. She comes in to spell Chloe, to spell Risha. And what I love is she comes out of the game with 3 minutes left in a 40-point game, and Coach Savage has taken her aside to teach her one-on-one about why she committed that foul. Franklin Simpson forces a turnover. Butler brings it down. Checking in there were Rigsby as well as Carmen Phillips for the Lady Cats. Riley has it up top, drives, kicks. Now it goes to Butler, top of the key. Puts it on the floor left side, flips it up with the left hand and banks it in. Career high from Majayla Butler. She's got 5.
And she just took that in herself. I could see her determination in her eyes when she grabbed the ball. She knew what she wanted to do, and she executed to perfection.
Riley has it defending on the right side, and a travel going to be called against Brooks.
As the Franklin Simpson fans, even with this blowout of 69-27, they are still cheering their team on.
We'll see if the Lady Cats can hold them under 30. We saw that happen, obviously, against Central with just the 20 points scored in that ball game. It was routine last year for Franklin Simpson to hold teams under 30. Did it 10 times last year. Warren East was one of those at 29. Butler right side 3, missed long. Phillips had the board, and then she's tied up underneath. And the arrow will keep it with Franklin Simpson.
And that was one of the first outside shots taken this quarter. Again, throughout the whole quarter, every single shot they've taken, or majority, has been taken and made in the paint.
Madeline Dean and Rebecca Luttrell both check in for Franklin Simpson, each looking for their first buckets of the year. Rigsby on the left wing, drives to the baseline, now gives it up to Dean left wing. Dribbles with the right hand, and it goes out to Riley, top of the key. Drives left, gets to the elbow, knocked away but collects it. Down low, Phillips left block layup, no good. And it's batted around, and Warren East is up with it. Neville in transition, flips it over to the left side, deals layup, swatted out of bounds by Abby Riley.
And we talked about her being a quality guard on the defensive end. We can't forget that as well.
And if you're going to play for Franklin Simpson, you're going to be a quality guard on the defensive end. He keeps it with a minute left in this ball game, 69-27. Neville right corner being guarded by Luttrell, and she's bumped, driving baseline.
And that's, as you say, that's the one thing that Franklin has done amazing with this regime right now is they have done a great job of developing their players to play good quality defense as the ball is deflected back out of bounds again. They've done a great job developing their players, and so it seems like anytime you can put any of these guards in, that they're going to do a great job on the defensive end.
Neville fires it in underneath. It's batted around, ball on the floor. It rolls right out of bounds. And they're going to signal it's Franklin Simpson basketball with 25 seconds left and ticking in this one. Riley will bring it up 69-27. Riley immediately gets past the defender, lost it, got it back, tried to go down low to Phillips, and it goes out of bounds. Wanted that extra bucket to break over 70. But instead, this one's going to run out, and the Lady Cats are going to move to 11-1 on the season as the left side three rattles off, no good for Warren East, and the score will hold. 69-27, Franklin Simpson takes it in the 2A sectional final to make their way to Owensboro for a third straight season. They were knocked out to start things 2 years ago. Last year made it to the championship game before falling to Boyd County. This year looking to finish the job and bring home one of 2 state championships they're pursuing in what has been another excellent season for the Lady Cats under head coach Ashley Taylor, who collects win number 96 for her career. She's 69-15 against this region. We'll step away. When we come back, we get you all the final numbers from this one as the Lady Cats win at 69-27 over Warren East. You're listening to Lady Cat Basketball on 92.3 WFKN.
I don't do the most, but I do a lot. I'ma make a toast, cause we still alive. No big, I feel like Pac. I shoot a shot. I'm coming in hot. Yeah, coming in hot. Just like the fajita. I write what I live. My life in the speaker. I'm nice with the flow.
Are you looking for a place to connect, grow, and worship? Discover Franklin First United Methodist Church in downtown Franklin. Join us every Sunday for 2 uplifting services. Experience our traditional service at 9 a.m., where hymns and heartfelt messages bring our community together. Or come to our contemporary worship service at 11 a.m., where you'll find a lively atmosphere filled with modern music and inspiration. No matter where you are on your faith journey, there's a place for you here. Join us this Sunday at Franklin First United Methodist Church. We can't wait to welcome you home.
What makes us special is that we look for the story when it comes to our customers.
Just listening to them, talking to them, figuring out a little bit about their background. A larger bank is not going to ask you those questions to figure out the end goal for you.
We stuck with Franklin Bank and Trust for over 10 years, easily because of the service.
I like to think of us more than just checking accounts and loans and things, but dreams and goals and aspirations is what we're trying to help people reach.
Franklin Bank and Trust, hometown banking at its best.
There are buttons to button, snacks to prepare, math problems to help with, and boo-boos to kiss. If you have people who need you, you need life insurance. Talk to a Kentucky Farm Bureau agent about a policy that protects the ones you love. Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. Big on commitment.
Another person.
That's okay.
I didn't realize they were going to flip sides.
Back with you here at Allen County Scottsville High School, where the Lady Cats have collected at midcourt, getting their picture made with the trophy they just got for winning Section 2 of this Class 2A tournament with their victory 69-27 over Warren East in the championship game. Dominant effort from the Lady Cats, had a running clock in force just over halfway through the third quarter. 26 points to lead the way from Larisha Cawthorn. Chloe Smith, the other Lady Cat, in double figures with 10 in this ball game. Franklin Simpson only gave up 10 points in the first half of this ball game. It looked like through 3 or 4 minutes, TV, Warren East might be able to make this more competitive than maybe it seemed like it would be coming in. But as we said at halftime and continued to be the case in the second half, the Lady Cats adjusted quickly and very quickly shut the door on that.
Yeah, they made a quick defensive adjustment and didn't allow Warren East to just be able to get free reins, backdoor cuts, and free reins to the paint. And so this Franklin Simpson team did a great job. We know their offensive firepower, how they can run in transition, but that adjustment stopped any chance for Warren East to even score the ball.
8 points for Vanessa Ray. Her streak of double-digit scoring stopped, although put a run and had 6 of those 8 in the third quarter. And you mentioned it, her in the mid-range. I've talked to her before. She said it's really hard when you run as fast as she does to stop. It's harder for her to stop under the basket than it is at the elbow. She's great at stopping at the elbow. It's just once she gets past the elbow, it's really hard for her to push the brakes. Everybody at different points was clicking. Jasmine Savage hit a couple of threes to finish with 6 points. Lanaya Brown made her way to 7 points in this ball game. Majayla Butler, a career high 5. Sanaya Downey ties her career high with 4 points for the Lady Cats. And even we got to see that reserve unit look good. Talia Spencer scored. Abby Riley had a blocked shot. Got to the lane a couple of times, made a free throw in this ball game for Franklin Simpson. This, I think, overall, TB, was exactly what it needed to be for the Lady Cats, coming off of all that stiff competition, finally get a week off. You figured you were going to win this game, but they needed to do it in this fashion, and they did.
Yeah, and I think the biggest thing right now is that that's probably the most fun I've seen this Franklin Simpson team play all year with all the tough competition. In this game, like you talked about at halftime, that's the first time I've ever seen this team run off jumping and smiling.
They sprinted to the locker room
with Larisha leading the way. I mean, that was amazing. And so this team, if they can play with that energy and again, have this amount of fun and play with that energy, they can take any team in the state, I believe.
And what's most fascinating about this team is the starters get most excited to see the bench players score. Like that's just the dynamic that this team has. And they only average 5 bench points per game on the season, but they're able to get some more bench production in this one. And it's not just points coming late in the game. Sanaya and Majayla, they're regulars in the rotation. They combined for 9 by themselves, 12 bench points overall for Franklin Simpson. Even if it's just 6 or 8 points from Majayla and Sanaya, if you get that any given game, you're going to be in a great spot if you're Franklin Simpson. And another opportunity, I think specifically, I look at Chloe Smith for her to continue to build up that confidence. It would have been incredible if she would have made the three-pointer she fired up, but didn't miss any of her 2-point shots today.
Yeah, I mean, perfect from the field, or excuse me, from 2, 4 for 4. She did a great job of just picking her spots. And again, some of those came off of offensive rebounds. That's when her specialty has been this year, is really going at it on the offensive glass. And like we talked about before, her passing inside as another big of this Franklin Simpson squad has been a tremendous just asset to this Franklin Simpson team.
On the other side for Warren East, Lydia Jones leads the way with 8 points, 6 of them coming in the first half. Played a really good game for Warren East. I think easy to see from our vantage point what was their best player in this ball game. 7 points for Kennedy Lawson, 4 for Sam Carver, 2 for Madison Lawson. So that core 4 for this Lady Raiders team that all average either in double figures or around double figures. Franklin Simpson does a great job holding them to just 21 points in this ball game. And actually, let me correct it. I had 2 for Madison Lawson. That was Kiani Collins, 2 points. No points for Madison Lawson. The Lady Cats do everything they need to do defensively and then some in this ball game. I'll let you kick it over to Coach Taylor as this team gets set for another trip to Owensboro. I know it's not the ultimate destination, but it's one of the 2 trips that this team is looking to make between that and trying to get to Lexington for the state tournament. And Coach, I know it felt good to finally have a break. I saw you posting on Facebook about going to get some Mexican while you had some time off, and I'm sure some actual basketball stuff was worked on in between. But for your team to come out, handle business in the way that they did, and I thought even more encouraging, keep the same energy in the second half that they had in the first half, to punch that ticket back to Owensboro. All in all, it felt like today was what it needed to be for Franklin Simpson.
Definitely. After the break, I was really happy with how we were playing, and then we needed that little break we had. And so coming in today, I knew we'd be a little slow of a start, but I thought once that first few minutes wore off, I thought we settled into the game well.
Majela gets herself a career high tonight with 5. It feels like she deserved it after all the defense that she played against Meade County, and she's somebody that really has seen her minutes take an uptick over the course of this season. And I love games like this. I mentioned it to TB, is you get a chance early on in the year to get those players more experience for when a Meade County game pops up, to where all of a sudden somebody needs to be plugged in and play a lot more. She has taken that opportunity and really over the last 3 games now really run with it and continue to see her game blossom.
Definitely. She's always been known as a defender, and where we're seeing growth from her is on that offensive end. She's only getting more and more comfortable playing off of what she has out there, and just confidence in herself.
Chloe Smith, man, I wish she would have hit the 3, because it would have been a completely perfect game for her offensively. She was 4 for 4 inside the arc, and then Larisha, 26 more points. They took this game over in the first half. Became very clear. Warney's not the size to match up with it, but the execution wasn't quite there in the first quarter. In the second quarter, 25 points. It just felt like everything started to click, both in the half court and then being able to get out and run in transition.
Definitely. If you don't have post players with ours, then they got to eat, and that's kind of the approach we took to it. They didn't have the post players to match up with ours, and so they got to do their job, and 36 is doing their job.
It's easy for me as a broadcaster from the outside to paint a picture of, going back to Owensboro, going to the 2A. It makes a good story. But I have to wonder for this team in particular, I know the aspirations are Lexington, but that's a place you've been 2 straight years. Last year, you were able to really get as close as you possibly could in that Boyd County championship game that everybody came away thinking, man, we should have won that ball game, should have found a way to pull it out. Just how important is it? Just how much is it when you look on that bullet board? I know competing for a state title is number 1, but just how much does it mean to get to go back and try to finish the job in Owensboro?
Definitely. Our girls thrive on stuff like that. They love a challenge, and it's not something they've done. They failed. The first year I thought we went up there and got embarrassed. Last year, I thought we played well, played Cal. That was really good in the first game, knocked them out. And then we just didn't finish the job. So my team loves a challenge. And so getting back there and knowing that we have not succeeded there, they like that challenge. So they're excited to go back.
Hopefully we get a game in before then. It'd be nice not to have 2 weeks off before going. I know rest is good, but I don't know if you want 2 weeks off before we go to that tournament.
No, I don't even like the snow.
Well, I know that. You've let me know your feelings on the snow many times. But hopefully we'll see you at Southmore. And if not, then, next time we'll see you at Owensboro.
All right.
Congratulations again, Coach, on the section championship. And let's see if this team can finish the job up there to state tournament.
Thank you. Appreciate you, Tyler.
That's head coach Ashley Taylor joining us again. Dominant in her career against this region, now 69-15 against 4th region opponents in her time at Franklin Simpson, collecting win number 96. If the stars align, if the game at South Warren can happen and goes the way that it seems like it should, Coach Taylor would have a chance for that 100th win to come in the 2A state championship game. We'll see how things unfold. We're about set to wrap things up here. I got our good friends from Hart County set to get ready to go for the boys 2A sectional championship game between Hart County and Warren East. So, TB, as we put a bow on this one, it's a weird stretch. It's hard to know what's coming up. We could say on the schedule, South Warren is what's scheduled next, a doubleheader coming up on Tuesday. It would start at 6 o'clock. Again, all of that pending, depending on the weather. But it feels like if you're Franklin Simpson, you just feel great about this in all ways. I don't think there's anything to complain about.
No, nothing to complain about. You've gotten through your toughest part of the schedule. You're going to have that tournament come up after this little break, but if you're Franklin Simpson, you're just going to keep on grinding. You want to keep on finishing games, closing games out, and just pursuing your goal of that championship, those 2 championships, excuse me.
Well, somebody that I know has nothing to complain about is I'm stealing your headset again. Although she might be complaining now that I'm making her put the headset on and talk. Is Chloe Smith, who I love to talk to here at Allen County, Scottsville in particular, because I remember we were here last year, Chloe. I didn't get to come here for the game this season against ACS, but the first time that we were here together was last year. You scored 19 on this floor, and I teased you for it because you kept scoring 19 points instead of getting to 20. And I know this season for you offensively, it's been a bit slower. It's been a bit different. But these last few games, it's felt like you have really started to find your rhythm and you've really started to find your confidence. Have you felt that happening now as you've had this stretch of really hard competition and now getting back to these teams that you're more so used to seeing and feasting against like you were able to today?
Yes, for sure. Last year, my confidence level, it wasn't really there. And this year, I've been shooting the ball more, and I've been working on it in practice, and the coaches, encourage me to shoot. So now, when I'm open to shoot, I don't hesitate. I'm just letting it go and, playing free.
Were you like me, and did you think that three was in?
I did, because I love shooting at the top of the three, and they usually go in, but it's okay.
How much work, because that's not something that we saw from you at all last year. This is brand new, because I remember watching as I was following along before I had to come back to calling the games, and I'd see you pull up for three. I'm like, where is this coming from? How much did you work on that in the offseason?
I worked on it a lot this summer. I was gone, too, some for softball, so I wasn't, at all of our tournaments.
The struggles of being really good at two sports. My goodness.
So, when we did have practices, I was working on my three and working on my jump shot because I knew, this year, Risha's going to dominate the post. And it's, she's taller than everybody. I'm not as tall as everybody, and I'm also not, as physical. So, I play out more, so I knew I had to work on my shot.
Now, you've gotten a little more physical over the last 3 games on the boards.
Yeah.
That's been very noticeable. You had double-digit rebounds in both of the 2 home games that we had. Continue to contribute there. Is that something? I know with someone that's naturally in the post, but playing alongside Larisha, it's tough because she's always playing it out there, and sometimes you're out on the perimeter. How much do you kind of have to make yourself go in there and try to contribute on the boards, knowing, hey, I don't want to bat one away? Or a lot of times you guys fight over the same rebound together.
Yes.
You're the only 2 players down there. But how much do you have to make yourself work on that, and how much has it paid off now over these last few games where you've really been good down there on the boards?
With Risha, you have to work extra hard to get it because she gets most of our rebounds because she's so much taller than everybody. But now people are starting to box her out with 2 people, so I know that I have to go and get the ball. And usually if it's on offense, I can go get it and put it right back up and get a quick bucket.
You've been able to be a part of these trips to Owensboro the last 2 years. Now we get to make it 3 in a row. And Coach Taylor said it the first time around, felt like an embarrassment, the way that things went in that first trip. Her words, not mine. I didn't say it. Second time around, you make it all the way to the championship game. Followed to Boyd County was a really just fun basketball game to watch, but I know you guys wanted to pick up the win. How much does it mean, not just to get to go back to Owensboro again, but to get to go up there and try to finish the job and win that 2A state championship?
It means a lot. This year we have a good chance of winning it. Last year we had a good chance also, but I think this year we can get the job done and win.
I like it. I'm not going to say anything against it. You stick around. I don't have a plaque. I've got a medal. You can take a picture with our medal.
Okay.
TB will do it. He's a great photographer. I don't know if he's as good as my wife was. She's pretty good. I'm not going to say he's better because I don't want the backlash on that. But player of the game, congratulations. I know we'll have more of these conversations over the course of the season. Keep playing with the confidence. I think it works for you.
Yes.
All right, Chloe. Thank you so much. Congrats on the win.
Thank you.
That's Chloe Smith joining us. Our Pelican Snowball player of the game is Chloe Smith. With over 100 snowball flavors, Pelicans is the perfect place for you and your family to get a treat. Be on the lookout for the start of their next season. That does it for us here at Allen County Scottsville High School, where the Franklin Simpson Lady Cats victorious, and they.
Hey, Mr. Smith, what was that call about last Friday night?
Well, Doc, I thought he crossed the line.
I'm pretty sure everyone in the stands thought you were the one that crossed the line with that call.
I guess I get that all the time, Doc.
Well, I'm glad you finally came in here to get your eyes checked at Wilkins Eye Care.
And like I said, I hear that all the time.
Go, Cats!
Wilkins Eye Care, 705 North Main Street, Franklin, Kentucky.
Join us for a magical day at the FSHS Princess Tea on February 15th. Meet your favorite princesses and beloved Disney characters in person. Each ticket comes with a special princess bag filled with enchanting surprises. And that's not all. Your ticket includes one free ticket to the FSHS production of The Little Mermaid, an unforgettable experience. Click the QR code now to purchase